Today, we are going to do something that only the most lowly Hollywood executive has done. Something so foul, so evil, so wicked. We are going to enter the catacombs of literature, dig up a well-respected piece of art, and give it a sequel. Come on! Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I, of course, am Nathan, aka... As you can tell, we are going to be taking Shakespeare's Hamlet and milking it of any original authenticity or inspiration it might have originally had. How? Well, that's easy. Disney's Lion King is loosely based off of Hamlet, and that has all sorts of spin-offs and rides and television shows that no one really asked for. But here's the thing. Hamlet, the original work, the inspiration, does not have a sequel. And that's what we're gonna do today. Sure, 99% of the characters died. Which isn't necessarily the perfect setup for a sequel. We'll figure something out, I guess. So let's go. Hi. Welcome to hell. I'll be your host, Satan. Now, I don't know about you, but I needed a refresher on Shakespeare's Hamlet because it's been almost a decade. So, if you, as well, are relatively unfamiliar with Shakespeare's Hamlet, allow me to briefly summarize it. The King of Denmark is dead. Sad. Leaving the royal family in shambles. Hamlet's uncle Claudius has since taken the throne and married the recently widowed Queen Gertrude. Sound familiar? Hamlet's sad that his father passed away, and Claudius is kind of just like, get over it, beta. You fucking cuck, alright? On the other side of the story, we have Ophelia, Hamlet's girlfriend, maybe? I don't remember. She's being told by her dad Polonius and her brother Laertes, who I played in an 8th grade production of Hamlet. So she's being gaslit into not talking to Hamlet anymore because they're like, he doesn't actually love you, stop talking to him. And she agrees to it, so she stops talking to Hamlet. So our lovely prince here is visited by a ghost that's, guess who? That's right, the late King of Denmark, Hamlet's father. The ghost tells Hamlet some tragic news. He was murdered by Claudius. The ghost tells Hamlet to avenge his death and kill Claudius, and also gives him a bit of a tip in order to sort of make people not think he's plotting the demise of the king, to act crazy. So everyone just thinks he's, that Hamlet's just a wild guy, After some time, people begin to notice Hamlet's lunacy, including Claudius, who orders Hamlet's friends, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, to figure out what's going on, So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern suggest Hamlet should come along with them and see some traveling actors that have come into town. But that just gave Hamlet a brilliant idea. Instead of just seeing some actors do a play, how about those actors reenact the death of his father? So he will watch Claudius's reaction, and if Claudius is like, what the fuck? Like just losing his mind, he's like, the fuck is this? How do they know? I mean, who made this? So depending on Claudius's reaction, Hamlet will decide whether he's going to avenge his father's death or not. And guess who flips the fuck out? Claudius. This man has zero subtlety. And Hamlet's like, yeah, that dude definitely killed my father. So let's just summarize this even more. So Hamlet's big mad and wants to kill Claudius, but can't because he keeps praying or some shit. He talks to his mom and kills Polonius, who's hiding behind a curtain. The details they're not important. You just need to know Polonius dies. Hamlet gets sent away to die with his buddies. He comes back, but during that time, Ophelia has since killed herself. Hamlet begins like just talking mad shit at this funeral. He's like, "Who the fuck is this for?" Hamlet then sees Laertes, who has since hopped into Ophelia's grave with Ophelia's corpse in it, and like is like trying to hug her, and then Hamlet sees Ophelia, realize what's happening, goes in there, and then like Hamlet and Laertes, they just start wrestling, you know, they just start. So Hamlet then wants to duel Laertes. He's like, "You never loved her," all that whole thing, and then so this gives Laertes and Claudius an idea that they're going to dip Laertes' blade in poison. So the duel happens. Hamlet gets struck, realizes it's poison. He takes that opportunity to stab the king in the heart. And then the king dies. Laertes also dies. I forget how. The queen explodes. I forget how the queen died, honestly. Everyone dies, and then there's like one character left who I've forgotten to mention since now, and that's Horatio. And Horatio is basically his whole purpose is just to live on to tell the tale of Hamlet. He gives this whole ending monologue about something. And there you have it. There's Hamlet. Summarized horribly. If you are currently studying this for school, holy shit, don't listen to me. So how do these characters line up with Lion King characters? Well, that's quite easy. And there you have it. There's all the Hamlet characters lined up to their respected Lion King counterparts. Now let's go make some sequels. So let's begin with Hamlet 2. Bit of a hiccup with Hamlet 2, considering we start off with, everyone dead. So that's a start. But that's an easy fix, because the first 20 minutes of Hamlet 2 is Horatio walking out on stage and gaslighting the entire audience into thinking that the end of Hamlet 1 did not happen. So the plot is Horatio is trying to create a new version of Hamlet in order to keep the legacy of his friends alive. All the old characters from Hamlet 1 will be corpses that may or may not be real life dead bodies. But that's not important. What is important is these characters are canonically alive. They are canonically alive. It doesn't matter what form the actor is in, okay? They are canonically alive. So Hamlet and Ophelia have a daughter, which is how Lion King 2 starts, is with the birth of a new generation. The daughter will be played by a living person. I just want to get that out of the way. Not saying the other actors are played by dead people. I'm just saying it would be really realistic if we just took like the Hamlet 1 actors from like the 1600s and just sort of, the young princess does not want to rule the kingdom of Denmark someday. She'd rather be free and hunt animals. Not all the details from Lion King 2 translate. So during one of her adventures, she stumbles across a young lad who kind of reminds her of her late granduncle Claudius. And then suddenly a bunch of goons pop out who are also corpses on street. So they are the revolutionaries who believe that Claudius was the perfect king for Denmark. Even though I think politically, I think Claudius was fine, minus the regicide in order for him to gain his power, right? So the revolutionaries come in and they're like, we're gonna, that's the young princess. If we take her, then we'll be able to lure her into Hamlet, and then we'll kill him. They're not very friendly sounding, I know. So suddenly Hamlet and his goons show up and they're just puppeting around, you know? And then they just sort of have this big old tussle where they're all bumping into each other and stuff. So in the midst of this sort of altercation between two factions, friendship is formed. So fast forward, and there's a big war between the revolutionaries and then the king, and then they're just all sort of like bumping into each other again. And then it all culminates to the revolutionaries being defeated, and Denmark is saved by friendship. And there you have it. There's the entirety of Hamlet 2. And frankly, I think it actually would be quite a good plot there. Now, I could stop this video right now, and I think most people will be pretty happy. But here's the thing. I am not done milking. I'm not done suckling at the teat of Hamlet. I will stop this video when I am fully satisfied with the amount of damage we have done to the legacy of Hamlet. Because frankly, this is personal now. I had to read Hamlet twice, which, okay, it's not that many times. I'll admit, okay, fine. But I will take Hamlet and I will milk it of every last drop of authenticity it might have had. So let's go make some more fucking sequels. I changed into some shorts so I can just be a little more limber. So Lion King 1.5 is the story of Timon and Pumbaa. Now it's the story of Timon and Pumbaa during the story of Lion King 1. Now, does that sound familiar? It's actually, I think, loosely based off of a story that was written in the 60s called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Now, it's the only known established sequel, or I guess prequel, to the Hamlet franchise. But here's the thing. It sucks. No one fucking watches. No one has seen Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. So in order to make sure people see it, we're going to create a marketing plan in order to make sure people know exactly what Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead is about. Now, quick side note before we start. I have a confession. I have not seen Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. But it's not about how good or how much you know about the product itself. It's how you market it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna devise this plan here. So the first step to making sure people want to see this movie is to create a poster that grabs the audience's attention. So we'll start with a big and good poster. So since I have not seen Rosencrantz or Guildenstern, this is what I think the poster would look like. As you can see, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Yeah, that's about all I got, honestly. But here's the thing. If that falls through, we have backup. Because one of the most important marketing tactics of the late 21st century, since the dawn of internet, is creating forced memes that we can market to people to be like, these are authentic, these are made by everyday Joes, when in reality, this was made by the corporate bigwigs like us over here, you know? So what we're gonna do is we're going to pay off some Instagram memers oh God, I hated saying that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay off some Instagram meme accounts and have them shove Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead memes into their everyday posting. I want the meme to be vague enough that people don't think that it's an obvious marketing ploy, but I also want the meme to be targeted enough that people will know what this meme is about. So I created this as an example. It's a me, William Shakespeare. Go see Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead in theaters December 3rd. Subtle, I know. I also want this meme to sort of scream, if you don't see this movie, God hates you. So I've devised to also have these Instagram meme accounts create some Catholic trauma, you know? For instance, how about go see Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead for Jesus? Ignore for Satan? Which will convince people if I don't see this movie, I am condemned to hell. Boom, Catholic trauma. And while these memes are sort of the epitome of marketing tactics, there's also one last fail-safe that I think we should do just in case the other ones fall through. So Justin Bieber last year made something that made the whole internet just go, why? What? If you don't know, Justin Bieber created this weird Instagram promotional marketing tactic that was so stupid. What it was basically Justin Bieber saying, stream my new song Yummy as much as possible. Stream it while you sleep, buy multiple versions of it on different platforms if you're not in the US, because that's how billboards are charted. Get a VPN and stream it in the US. This man really wanted to make it to the top 10 billboard. And that's how I think if we create a Shakespearean one, that's like, yay, thine want to see me movie?
So I think I don't exactly know how we can implement this, but I think we could do something along the lines of, ooh, fall asleep at the movie theater, take a plane to here, buy every Blu-ray copy at Target if you have to. Tweet about it. Hey man, I'm just vibing out to the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead soundtrack. It's so cheap. The soundtrack will have Avril Lavigne. Oh my gosh, I entirely forgot about something. Hold on. A killer soundtrack. We need to have a soundtrack that will make people go, oh, I gotta see this. Okay, so let's think of every cinematic soundtrack that there is. Of course, we got, as much as I hate them, we gotta have Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons it would be the perfect Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. It would be the whole like that whole thing. Oh my gosh, oh my god. This is the best. This is the perfect idea. Hold on, we have to have somebody that will draw people in. We have to have an actor that is really hot right now. Who's hotter than The Rock? We have to have Dwayne The Rock Johnson in this. Oh, it's beautiful. And with that, we have the entire finished and polished version of the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead marketing tactic. Now, we could stop right now and probably be like, Nathan, you've gone too far. I don't think I've gone far enough, okay? I will not stop. I will not yield until Hamlet's teat is fully suckled. And let me add one last thing. If I cannot have milk, then I will simply need blood. Okay, so it's really easy what we'll do after this. So after this, we will create, we'll have all these other additional products that will essentially be sort of intermittent with a lot of the other movies that we decide to release. We have more movies planned, but they're mostly just fleshing out each individual character. Like we're gonna have a Gertrude backstory and maybe like an Ophelia offshoot and all that stuff. We want to give each of these characters their own story. But we'll start with the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern show, and it's a comedy. It's a bit silly. It's a bit goofy. Hold on. So it's a little silly. It's kind of crazy and all that stuff. And then we will launch an amusement park. The amusement park will be called Shakespeare Land. And so we'll have roller coasters, Ferris wheels. Grown adults will yell Shakespeare at your crying child. It'll be beautiful. And then we'll create a kids show. Actually, we probably shouldn't make a Shakespearean kids show. Okay. And then what we can do. All right. Oh, okay. I thought about selling some of the poison, but I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think we should sell the poison that Claudius used to kill the late king. But all right, I have tons of other ideas. Okay, so I have so many more ideas. We have so we're gonna have a Ophelia drama. We're gonna do a 3-day-long epic based off of the story of Hamlet, fleshing out these characters, sort of taking all of the entire franchise and all those movies and meshing them into one big product. We're gonna add some more stuff. We're gonna have Spider-Man versus Hamlet, and then laser tag, and then what? Excuse me.
Okay, well, I just got a cease and desist letter from the Shakespearean estate, which I didn't even know existed. The letter says, and I quote, that I am forbade from milking thine tit any longer, knave. So I guess this is where this video ends. So, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I make videos that leave you wondering, hey, why? We didn't need this. You could have just kept that in your head. But, if you like this kind of content, leave a like and subscribe, and lets me know that you like this kind of stuff. Well, anyway, I guess I have to get a lawyer that is, trained classically. I guess I will see you all next time.